Hello, what is up? I guess I should put the old PlayStation cap on. Let's see how well this works here today. So, how is it going, Mark? Let's see, Mark M. Where is everyone? Well, let's see, we're about 48 seconds in, so let's see if some more folks join us. One thing I've learned is that it takes quite a bit of time to kind of figure out how to get all of the live streaming stuff set up. And a lot of people probably don't know, but I used to do live streaming over on Twitch. So yeah, apparently I haven't learned too much since then. So I'm gonna go check my feed to make sure that this is working properly. Okay, good. So now I've got another view and I can kind of see some of the chat a little bit better here. So, what is up, Sean? How's it going? It is going really, really, really well for me. Yeah, things have been going really, really well. Just like normal, been busy with like some work things, like we all are. And so some of the other, free time is obviously in game collecting, buying a whole bunch of crap. As you can kind of see, I've got my game gear right here because this is ready to kind of play for this afternoon. Got all kinds of like crap just sitting around for kind of an afternoon of chilling. So yeah, everything's going great with me. Let's see. Now watch your videos all the time. That's really, really cool. Yeah, I really appreciate you watching the channel. I talked to somebody today on Twitter, and they told me that they had they'd been watching my videos from Cuba, and I was like, that's pretty amazing. How small just kind of the whole world, is in the grand scheme of things. So let's see. What are some cool things that's been happening in the scene? Well, let's see. So I know lots of people love PlayStation. Going back to some of the work that I did for the Xbox. So if you don't know, there's an Xbox One kernel exploit that's currently out. And with that, there is only a number of folks that can actually run it because there was this requirement for this game script application. Well, since then, we've obviously been able to run it over the network. And then with that, running over the network, today we can even recopy those files from the PC basically over to our Xbox. So you don't have to rely on the network capabilities. One other thing that I've seen that was really happening there was quite a bit of kind of like Sega Sonic games. There was a bunch of homebrew games, and so I posted a link over on my X account not too long ago. I was going to try to find that site again, but it was called xboxdevstore.github.io. So if you go to that site, here I'm just going to go ahead and paste this, and let me see if I can paste this in the chat here. I'm going to come right over here. I'm going to paste it. There you go. Then you can see there's a ton of games that's in that, and a lot of those are running right now on the Xbox, which I thought was pretty sweet. Let's see here. What else has been going on? Okay, so Sky, how are you doing? Says, is there a reason to buy a PSVR 2 if I only have a jailbroken PS5 on 3.20? So, Sky, I have been in the same kind of spot as you. mainly thinking about should I buy PSVR 2. And right now, I'm still not sold. And this is me kind of coming from like a gaming, like deals type of person. I absolutely, I can't justify the price. Even at the, I've seen them in my area. I've seen PSVRs to probably the lowest was 250, and that was like one time. Now I see them for 300 and 350 all the time, but and then 399 is real common too. But I know that's not your question. Your question was if you have a jailbroken PS5 on 3.20. So I don't have one, so I really can't tell you what you can do with it. All that I can tell you is that I don't think there was any PSVR 2 games that was out when the 3.20 was out. And so for some reason I don't have a lot of like mental history of like or mental capacity to like remember like when the PSVR 2 came out, but I think what you're going to run into is that it's going to be a little bit it's not going to be compatible. Basically, there's not going to be any games that's going to run on it. At least that's what I'm thinking. Andy, hey man. Let's see. Sky says there are allegedly backwards compatible, but I already have a 9.0 PS4 and PSVR 1. Honestly, a backwards compatible, like if you have, and that's exactly what I've got. I've got a PSVR 1 and a PS4, obviously on 9.00. That is unlimited entertainment for me. It depends on what we may get, what comes out of PP Pawn. So with PP Pawn, what is that? It goes up to 8.20, I think, on the PlayStation 5. Obviously, we know we need a bunch of other things in order to get that to work out, but I think it's going to be a while. Now, 8, something around in the 8s for the PS5 firmware, I think that would be pretty good. I think that would be an awesome jailbreak. I think you would get your PSVR 2 games out of that. PS5 Pro. I've heard the rumors of the PS5 Pro coming out this year, or at the end of this year. I don't really know if that is going to happen, but I think that's pretty interesting regardless. I will probably actually get one, and the reason I will is that I'm always able to sell my existing consoles if I want to. And for the PlayStation 5, I've got, a couple of those systems already. So my main PlayStation 5, or the one that I play, all the games on and everything, it's obviously on retail firmware all the time. So I can't even remember what it's on right now. But yeah, that's kind of how I do it for that. But yeah, I think I will get one because I can again sell one of the existing PS5s that I've got, or my typical or my main gaming machine, and be able to get some money back out of it. I have seen 0 PSVR 2 dumps so far. So Sky, I think a lot of that's because there isn't a whole ton of games that's on the actual disc. I mean, I think that's the main thing is that there isn't a lot of the PSVR 2 games on PS5 disc. And when I go out and about, I think I've only can recall maybe seeing one or two disc that actually had it that way. So let's see here. Oh, you know what? I was going to tweet this out as well. So let me do this really quick. I'm going to make a quick post here, and I'm going to go live now and then see if a few other people has anything that they may want to add to the conversation. So let's see here. Let me come back over to the chat here. Okay, so Nick Cat 1, PS Land added 5.05 and 6.72 support. Uh, that's uh, that's interesting. So I have thought of covering the PS LAN a couple of times. Obviously, I know it's fairly recent, fairly new. What I was thinking about with that was doing kind of a tutorial video, but I didn't really think people needed it as much, mainly because it's just installing PKG on your PS4 and then, hoping that there's other people that's around. I will say that, I mean, lots of respect to the project and all of that other stuff, but it's always hard getting those things to actually last. Um, you know, People go to it, fire up Call of Duty. They play like one game because they've coordinated it. Now, if the masses of us would use those things, then it would be terrific because we would all be able to play this game with one another. But yeah, I just think it's a really interesting project. Obviously, what was that? X-Link Kai and some of those other ones that was there's been lots of attempts to get multiplayer working with PlayStation 4 consoles. Um, I'll tell you, if you don't have or you haven't had a recent PS4 or PS5 that's on the latest firmware, if you really want multiplayer gaming, I can tell you that it's worth it. Now, I do not have a paid for PlayStation Network account. I am on the free account, and the reason for that is that I'm not a multiplayer gamer. I do have a son though, and my son is a multiplayer gamer, and I've seen how fluid the matchmaking process is, and it works like a beautiful charm. And I would just say if I really wanted to play multiplayer, I mean, really wanted to play multiplayer, whatever, $120, and I know that's a lot of money, a year is worth it. I don't know, is it even $120 now? Actually, I think you can get it for 60, the basic plan, something like that. Let's see what else we've got here. So, uh, let's see, PS LAN, the best VR setup because of all the free games. Yeah, so Sky there's talking about Sky was talking about the PSVR 1 and the PS4, and I absolutely agree. That is hands down one of the best systems. Ruben says here, "Hey, nice to catch you live. Love your content. Keep up the good work." Thank you so very much, Ruben, for joining me here and joining us on this live stream here. Let's see. So, I guess I will talk a little bit about, and by the way, people got questions, just keep them coming. I thought I would just maybe talk about what's on my PlayStation 5 stack right now. And so these are the games that I am currently playing for the PlayStation 4 and for the PlayStation 5. And so we will begin with God of War Ragnarok. Now, this one right here is one that I just got. I don't know if anybody watches my second channel, but I have a gaming pickup channel. And what I found on that was that uh, I got this for $10, and I haven't checked to see if it had the code or anything, but or sorry, $15. But this was a game that I played it on the PlayStation 4. I almost beat it on the PS4. Now, obviously, I played the fake package or whatever of it. But whenever I see a really good game that I really like the author, I definitely want to pick those up. And so this was one of the titles. I was just waiting to find it cheap somewhere. And I know at the end of the day, developers don't get as much when you buy used, but everything I own in my gaming, like, you know, uh, all of my gaming collectibles is all used stuff. So I got that one. Let's see here. Hello, Master. Saw a message from Master in there. How are you doing? Let's see. Um, Next one I've been playing is Madden 24. That's an older kind of game. That one has been, I just play a lot of football games. I like football games. I have been thinking about the college football 2K24 game, but I did not want to pay for that one right now. Not the prices that they were asking for. Let's see. The next one is Modern Warfare 2. So I beat this game. I beat the campaign of this. I know just a second ago I was telling you I didn't have PSN, mainly because I don't really want to play multiplayer. But the campaign for Modern Warfare 2 is absolutely amazing. I mean, it is hands down one of the best campaigns that I can remember in a while, especially if you like shooting and all that other fun stuff. So let's see what else we've got here. So this game, this is one that I found early on for like 20 bucks. And I have had this thing just setting right here, waiting to play it. And I think this one still goes for, maybe 30 bucks. I'm not even as up to date on PS5 game prices anymore, but I think it's worth more than the 20 that I paid for it. Let's see here. Are you going to play BO6? Let's see. Oh, I bet are you talking about Black Ops? That's it. Black Ops 6. So to answer that question, Black Ops 6 probably not. Hey, what is up, Eclipse Gaming? How are you doing today? Okay, the last one that I have to show is this one right here, which is my PS4 copy of Doom. Again, everything I get is like budget discount stuff because, I always just do game shopping. This one is I paid $5 for it, as you could probably just see there for a second ago. And this is my current stack of games that I'm playing right now on the PS5. I literally just took this off of my shelf or on my counter here and brought these over here because I was like, I wonder if people wondered what type of games that I'm playing. Out of all of those, like I said, I've only really beaten the Modern Warfare 2 game. What is up, Mr. Sus60? How are you doing? How's everything going with you, Eclipse Gaming? Hopefully, y'all are all doing very well. Let's see what else has been going on here. So there was one thing I never ever tweeted about was that there was a PlayStation. What was that? A PlayStation 5 update that came out, and I did know that it was going out, but for some reason I never ever tweeted about it before. But it was PS5, and what was that? The latest system version is 9.40. Okay, so 9.40 came out. Yeah, this is one I never did tweet about. So 9.40, and what it said in here was that it said that in system software update for PS5 9.40, child accounts can now link and add third-party services. So a bunch of junk with that. I'll drop this link in here too if you want to take a look at it as we kind of go. I'll drop that link in there so you can read it too. Let's see here. You can now start or join a Discord voice chat. And then we've updated the device software for the Pulse Elite wireless headset. Improved system stability. Okay, so really nothing happened. Nothing happened in that update. Okay, so nothing good happened there. Let's go over to let's see. Bros Fix It says I can't figure out PP Pawn via Pi for PS4 9.xx. I think it's not easy for me to interpret the videos. I can't figure out PP Pawn. Oh, you're talking about a Raspberry Pi. Um, so I do have a video that is out that, and I do have a video that is out for that if you want to check it out. I have thought about updating the Raspberry Pi video, mainly because that one it just has kept changing quite often. Most of the videos of the Raspberry Pi at this point, they're kind of outdated because Stooge has updated that script so much, so that's kind of why it's like that. So definitely check that out. Um, about the PS5, I jailbreak it on 3 and the homebrew store not working. Um, yeah, so obviously there's a lot of questions that would kind of come along with why isn't the homebrew store working? Um, you know, check your jailbreak, make sure that, everything completed successfully, maybe restart it, delete the application, try reinstalling the application, that sort of stuff. Mark, PS5 scene is dead. So I think it's a little quiet right now. And I'll tell you, why or what I think. So one thing is that with the PS4 11.0 stuff, that was very hot and heavy, meaning that everybody was wanting to, talk about it, work on it, and then get everything compatible for it. The PS4 stuff is starting to kind of die down a little bit, meaning that Golden is working, meaning that like the cheat manager stuff is working. Lappy's apps are working. So all of the like major, the major homebrew applications are all working with it. Now for the PS5, when all with all that working, some of that effort, that development effort, can start to be added to the development side for the PlayStation 5. And I mean, this is me kind of speaking from, an enthusiast like standpoint. Lightning Mods is doing so much of the heavy lifting with all of this PS5 stuff. And honestly, if we didn't have items flow, and remember, this is just one dude that is working on items flow. He may have help with some certain areas, but it's like genuinely like him, like this doing it, and this isn't a full time job. Um, you know, that's just the way that it is. You know what I mean with like the homebrew scene and stuff like that. So I would say, if anything, we should just make sure that we support those devs, that are doing this stuff, on their side. I always thought like, if, you know, Sistro or like Goldian. So like Sistro, if Sistro ever just said, forget this thing, would we have the code for it? Would somebody want to continue doing it? I mean, there's lots of questions that goes in, and even like with like Adam's flow, if he just decided I'm done with this project, remember like this homebrew stuff doesn't pay bills. For the most part, anybody that works in this is a labor of love. And even like making like videos, which is like my like thing. If I counted the amount of hours and also the money that was spent, like I've sitting over here, I've got an adapter that I bought for an Android phone because I was going to show PP Pine on Android, but I couldn't get a rooted device, which is the reason I didn't make a video on it because I didn't want to spend the money to get a rooted device. But see, that's the thing is that it's like with everything, it's pretty difficult. But I think that the PlayStation 5 scene is just going to be slow unless other people just have an interest in it. I've dabbled my toes looking at I dabbled my toes like looking into the Xbox scene and the Switch scene. The Switch scene is like a lot of information. I don't know why, but I mean, I feel like I've had a majority of people very friendly to me in the Xbox scene as well. And so, like, even like with that one of the things I will say is that the exploit author that is for Xbox will talk to the YouTubers. They will talk to us or talk to other like people. Whereas I'll just say some of the PlayStation exploit authors haven't been willing to talk as much when, you know, if we all, if we understand it, the message goes out better, all that other stuff. I'm still in love with the PlayStation scene and I will always be, but I think that that's it's a good insight to just sometimes just put out there. And I know, Mark, you might have been trolling or whatever, but I think sometimes it's good to hear a legitimate answer, at least for me. Which what do I matter? Let's see here. So please do update to the plus plus. So I think let's see. Let me go cancel on that. So I think that is regarding the Raspberry Pi. Is that correct? Bros Fix It. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that will actually be on my list. I will do something like that for you. Um, Good night, Timo. Do you think there's a private jailbreak to go online? So, can I highlight these things? You can tell I haven't figured out live streaming yet. Good night. Do you think there's a private jailbreak? No. No, there is not a way for you to go onto the PlayStation Network on a PlayStation 4 with a jailbroken console. It's just not going to work. It's not the way that the whole system's designed, and that all of those checks are coming from Sony's servers. Yeah, you're not going to be able. You're not going to be able to do it. Any system that you take and just plug in and try to connect to the PlayStation Network, the very first screen is the sign in screen. And so before you even sign in, you already see it's trying to download the update if you've left all the default settings on. But, you can't even go past that without updating to the latest version. Let's see here. Um, any news about jailbreak after 4.51? There is nothing. No news for anything about after 4.51. Obviously, the only other thing that we could potentially be lucky for there is if we were, if we got something out of PP Pawn. That would be the other thing. And what did I say earlier? Doesn't that go to 8.20 for the PlayStation 5? And I know obviously we need other things. It has to be chained. The exploit does. Let's see here. Name a car for an edit. Name a car for an edit. I'm not sure I get that one. Toyota Corolla. Are the PS2 games on AliExpress real? Grand Theft Auto Redemption. So, Bros Fix It. The answer to that is no, they are not real. All of those things on AliExpress, they're not real. I mean, I'm sitting here with my Game Gear, and right there is a flash cart. And, if I open up, if I pull out this little flash cart right here, this one came from AliExpress, and this is a clone of the EverDrive, which, this is how I play, all of my Game Gear games, even though I have, Actually, I'm sitting here with like a massive kind of collection of Game Gear games, and like I've got really good games in here too. Like, let's see, like Devilish, which is a $30 Game Gear game. Like, you know, I own a bunch of games. I've got this binder also completely full with them. I own a bunch of Game Gear games, but the flash cart is just the way to go. So they're not going to be real. Let's see what else we've got here. So, hey, Michael from Brazil, you think PS4 11 jailbreak will be improved through the web or something better than Lucky Fox? Instead, use the exploit through computer, Raspberry Pi. So, Marcos, I will tell you right now, absolutely the best method to run the PlayStation 4 11.0, even the 9.0 jailbreak, is through buying a LuxFox Pico device, setting it up, and never thinking about it ever again. Like, I'm using one of the all-in-one devices. So my day-to-day device right now that I use, it isn't a LuxFox Pico, but it is one that I mentioned here on the channel. So let's see. I think I've still got. Well, I was going to say I think I can find the video, but I really liked this kind of all-in-one device, and so here it was. In case others are interested in it, let me go right here, and let me go share, and let me go copy, and then I'll put that over into our live chat. And let's see, let me drop this one in there. Mute the audio, and then right there, that's the one that I use. So what I would say is that LuxFox Pico, and go ahead and grab a LuxFox Pico case. I also have some cases on my site. On my channel that another great YouTuber works on. So definitely cool for you if you want to check that out. You mean get a flash card? Yeah. So let's see. So I watched a video saying there's a private jailbreak on the PS4. People playing through GTA mods. I don't know. I don't know about any sort of private jailbreak. Nobody has told me anything about a private jailbreak, and I don't know. Like I don't know about that one. So let's see here. Good evening. Do you think an Xbox jailbreak will be available even without GameScript? So J Crow, there's a good answer right there by Villo, which was very unlikely. I would say probably not, but Emma, the exploit author, had stated that basically Emma had stated that for the Xbox jailbreak, that she was interested in other ways to kind of get that solved. So she knows there's a delay or there's a problem with the GameScript application being part of it. So it is very unlikely, but I do think that everybody understands that. And so for you, yeah, I'm sorry, you're definitely going to be too late for that for this one. I will say this as somebody who has obviously installed the app and I've made like a few videos on it. I haven't been as really interested in it. I thought about making a video today, actually, letting people know that hey, what I think is kind of interesting is that I don't know. I thought I would just make a video today showing people. Well, they've got like Sega running. Sega. I mean, they've got Sonic running. They've got those homebrew games that I was talking about. I don't know. I just didn't find anything that was super exciting about making a video on it. There is another person that is on YouTube that's making some videos on the Xbox, and and so yeah, they're also on Twitter too. I can't think of their name at the moment. So let's see here. Is there any hope we're going to get a 11.02 or 11.50? Yeah. So well, the answer to there is no. I don't. I think they're pretty much going to be done with PS4. It's already kind of end of life. I mean, you can never say never, right? So, I mean, who knows what will happen 10 years down the road? 10 years down the road, it may be as great as it is if you've got a PSP or you got a PS Vita. Like if you bought a PSP today, just think of the benefits that you've got. With that PSP, you instantly have the ability, to run any unsigned code. So, now you don't have to hack the PSP. What you do is you update to the very latest firmware on the PSP. I mean, that's how good it is, today with the PSP. The PS Vita's the same way. Yeah, all of those, and even like the PS3, you update to the latest version. The PlayStation 4 in 10 years from now, I mean, I would highly doubt you're seeing any sort of updates. And so, as we get further with technology and with, things that we know, then, you know, that's just some of the great things that kind of comes out of it. Um, Even with an app, it's very early stages. Let's see. What's up with the new link for PS Link for PS LAN? The link for Death RGH has expired and can't find to download. So, Krusty Chips 2, the answer to that one is go to Death RGH on let's go to Death RGH on X or Twitter, and he has a Discord link. The Discord is where that is at, and let's see here. Let's see, I'm in it, or I think I'm in it. Um, I get so confused because I have so many channels on Discord because I just like agree to go to like anything, and then when I try to find something, it takes me like 30 minutes. But yeah, that's how you can find it. Let's see here. Chris says I've been enjoying playing around with the new Xbox exploit. Got most of the apps running. Um, that's pretty cool. So, Chris, that's pretty neat. Have Can you tell me, what all have you got running with it? Is there something that I should check out? Something that I should do? And by the way, any of you here in the live stream that wants to kind of like, also keep chatting with me and everything, I turned on my DMs in case folks want to kind of keep the conversation going. Um, so let's see here. Do I like Chinese people? I like everybody. What kind of question is that? What do you think about 6.72 PS4? So what do I think about the 6.72 PS4? I've got two of them, and they have been sitting on my shelf for quite some time now. Yeah, I don't use my 6.72 machines. I've just found right now, I just like grabbing my 9.00 backports and, calling it a day. Yeah, so that's kind of how I feel about it. So go right here, go with that one, and let's see. Um, I would say that today with PP Pun, the ability for us to be able to just get a network cable, plug it into the back of a Luxbox device, plug the other end to a USB to the front of the PS4 and just turn on the system and it automatically jailbreak, which is what I do now. That is as about as good as it gets for me. And yeah, 6.72 supported too. So I mean, you could do the same thing. You would just have to deal with backports. Um, so yeah, I like 6.72. I just don't use it. Like I said, I've got two of them. They're sitting on a shelf. I don't even have any plans on making content with them because they're starting to become so rare. And that's just when you know, I probably will be getting rid of one of them. One of them is a Destiny edition, so it's kind of like got the white kind of thing to it. Um, and the other one is just a regular black PS4 on 6.72. I will just be hanging on to them for a little while. They might be a collector's piece a little bit later on down the road, so I definitely wouldn't sell it for, I mean, with a 6.72, I probably wouldn't sell it under about 200 because it's kind of hard to find those now. Let's see here. Would what does this mean in the near future they could be a new jailbreak on the Xbox One? Um, well, I mean, I think they've got something right now going with GameScript. Now, there was a way to get the GameScript app back on your Xbox if you signed up for this partner thing. I mentioned it on X, but if you do that, you get insta-banned. So, I mean, that's one thing. Basically, you buy the dev mode and you create a partner app. And then after you create the partner app, you can go back to your Xbox and you can download it and from your own like partner store, but you'll instantly be banned from the account. At least that was according to something that I read. Let's see here. Thanks for the answer. I have a friend on 11.50 and he wanted me to jailbreak it for him. Yeah, so I'll tell you right now, Mr. Sus40, don't wait. And this is a message for everybody. Don't wait. If you're on past that 11.0, just give it up. Sell those systems. Sell them now because everybody's buying PS5s and get you a PS4 on 11.0 or earlier. And that is very easy to do. So, for example, I'm even right now, I am getting rid of all of my fat model PS4s in my house. So, I own 7 PlayStation 4s, and that includes everything that I've used for videos. And with those PlayStation 4s, what did I say? I had 7 of them. I am down. I'm almost getting down to just PlayStation 4 Pros left because I'm selling the other ones and then rebuying, systems that are, like on 10.0. They're on 10.50. I got lucky and bought a Game Gear. I bought not a Game Gear. I bought a God of War PlayStation 4 for just absolutely dirt cheap on that. So let's see here. That one, in case others are interested in it, if you want to see what that looks like, I made a video that I put on my other channel. If you want to see that God of War one that I just mentioned, here is a video on my second channel. If you want to take a look at that. Let's see. So Jose C says, I love your videos. Thank you so very much for watching my videos. I greatly do appreciate it. What do you think about the Mr. FPGA boards? Honestly, don't know enough about them. That's just I just don't know enough about them. Timo says, is it possible to connect two PS4s with one on official firmware and one on a jailbreak? Yeah, I know what you're trying to do. No, it's not going to work. Sorry, it's not going to work. I have a PS4 on 9. Should I update to 11 so I don't have to wait for backporting? So for you, you are fine where you're at. If you're on 9.00, there's no reason to update to 11. So that video that I just posted of the God of War one, I updated that to 9.00. And that is where that one will stay for the majority of its life. Yeah, you get no benefit of updating from 9.00 to 11.00 is the really the short answer there. This is just a big play for more compatibility and for more users, joining the system, joining the homebrew community. PS4, no BD, never modded, have to hack. Let's see, hang on, did I lose that one? Let's see. Everybody'd have to hack to revive. So if you're saying you have a PS4 with the no Blu-ray stuff. Yeah, that's where the Blu-ray drive is preventing it from updating. I think Lightning Mods already has a solution for that. Let's see. Sold my PS4 6.72 for 500. Wow. So that is a great price to get 500 USD out of a 6.72 system. In my area, I cannot do that at all. It never works that way. Let's see. Nope. Let's see. I have a 5.05. Do you recommend me updating to 9 or 11? You're on 5.05. Stay. You really should just stay where you're at with that one. So the biggest benefit that you'll get out of that is jailbreak stability. So it's pretty much a lot of people feel, I'll say, I don't know how much I feel about it or how I feel about it, but a lot of people believe the 5.05 jailbreak is stable than 9.00. Obviously, I've covered 9.00. I was there on day one of that happening, and I made a video of it the day that it came out. I have tons of experience with 9, and I have little to no experience with 5.05. So I'm not even a good person to kind of maybe even talk about it. But I will say that lots of folks that I trust have said 5.05 was more stable. But I mean, so like right in front of me, I've got my main PS4 Pro that I have played a million, backported games on, and it is so strong, today. And with like, so I don't use the beta Golden. I use 2.3. 2.3, if you look it up, 2.3 is a pretty old Golden, but it does everything that I want. I don't really have a reason to get on some of those betas and stuff like that. 2.3 does everything that I need. It's super stable. I was trying to think, normally what we have problems with is rest mode, right? I was trying to think that, maybe. So let's see, I'll post this. And let's see here. I think I'm about to finish up the stream here today. So let's see. Honestly, now it's a little early. Most apps can be run on other consoles or platforms. Yeah, that's true. That's true. What's the best LuxFox version? I like the LuxFox Pico Pro Max. What is the best firmware for PS5 right now? At 4.51. If you're on 4.51, you can play all of the downloaded games that you want. Would I recommend updating to 4.51? No. Whatever firmware you're on, just kind of stick and stay there. Both of my PlayStation 5s, I've got one on 3.20 and I've got another one at 4.03. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I own a 4.03. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Lightning Mods has some solutions for the no Blu-ray. Politics. Let's see here. Man, the prices for PS5. on eBay are crazy. Yeah, they are. So, 1 to 1,200. So I had an extra PS5 that I sold here locally, and I'm wanting to say I got 800 for it. I did pay 500 and I sold it for 800. It was an extra one that I got. Um, and let's see, whatever is it, a couple $100 profit. Um, I felt kind of bad about it, but the other part of me knew how much it was worth. And I have sold things before, and I've seen people resell my item that I sold them. And so if that person held on to it, I'm wanting to say, man, it may have been lower than 4.0. It may have been in the threes. I don't think so, but something like that. I would say today, if I had a held on to it, I could have, went to eBay and sold it for probably, I would say, a grand. I know then I would be screwed with eBay's prices, and everything. I mean, their seller fees and all that stuff. Let's see here. Any chance of hyperspin to work? I'm not familiar enough with that. Thank you. I'll definitely keep up the videos anytime. Ball dog. All my PS. Let's see. To Trifinal, it says at my firmware is on 7. Something. Yeah. Wondering if a jailbreak will come soon. So yeah, if you're on 7, you can't do much with it. That was a joke. Do you believe MK1 will be released for the PS4? That's just the new Mortal Kombat. I couldn't tell you. Um, there probably isn't a reason technically that they couldn't do it, but well, I tell you what, I think that's going to be it for this one. I'm going to play some of my Game Gear for a little bit and then do a few of my other duties that I need to do. Anyway, just looking for some new ways to engage with the community and kind of talk to all of y'all a little bit more. I hope you all have a really good day. Don't worry, Austin, I'll do another one of these soon. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you.